Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Welcome to the best and fastest farming build of the next season, season 10 here, starting on Tuesday. It's the Evade Spiritborn, now making a tremendous use of the Chaos perks and the Chaos power, allowing you to perma-evade even early on during the leveling phase. And this build scales very well into endgame. I can show you some footage here of hordes. I can show you even like pit 100 plus clears. And this build has been buffed by a ton as per the recent patch notes. Not only have they given the Sunbird's Gorget as a Chaos power, they also buffed the key passive, Vital Strikes, and they buffed all 4 Paragon legendary nodes. This build gets about 3 to 4 times the damage than what you can see here in this video. And we're already doing 1-minute runs in pit 80. And I've done like pit 100 in 3 minutes as well. And this is probably going to go down to pit 100 runs in just 2 minutes. Leveling glyphs, getting crazy XP, you're ultra fast. This is going to one-shot all the T4 bosses as well, and also is an excellent leveling build. In this video, however, we'll focus on what you see here, which is the end game farming build and kind of the transitioning, and I will have a leveling build probably coming out like at the end of this weekend here for this Spiritborn class as well. It's a powerhouse throughout the board. The planner is linked below, and I'm going to show you like a lot more gameplay here. It doesn't require any mythics this time, because you just get the alacrity and you can just like utilize that to get perma evades even without mythics, as well as the Rod of Kapeleke being a chaos power and making you perma evade basically from whenever you find it, right? So it's completely crazy. You can even add the jar rune here for like teleporting, and you can see this hits up to like 100 billion damage and instantly one-shots all the packs here in pit 80 already. Completely crazy. Here is the planner right there. I'm showing you here. This is, for example, a T4 boss. And keep in mind, guys, this is the build that's not buffed yet. It's going to get buffed 4 times. So you're going to be 4 times stronger than what you see here. This is a T4 boss. Dead. It's the same on Belial with the new shields. It's going to die immediately. This is the build in hordes. You can kind of see here real quick, and then we'll talk about the planner. This is like in hordes. It can well farm up to 2,000 ether on the hordes and completely run over the boss. You can see me here being in a wave where it only spawns bosses, and this is Torment 4 bosses in hordes. And you can see as soon as they spawn, the feathers are gonna auto aim towards them and instantly killing them, giving us, I mean, just looking at the amount of juice we're getting here just from this. Like, we basically just evade around in the middle, like we evade in a triangle or something, and it just kills everything. And look at that ether that we have here on the floor with this build. This is, I think, in my opinion, the best starter build for the next season as well. Again, the leveling build's still coming. The only one that can remotely compete with this is the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer has teleport, but this has just it makes you move so freaking fast. And you can also add the jar rune again to get the teleport. And you can see here, like we're farming like way beyond 2,000 ether in this. Like you see here, 2,300. Like it goes absolutely crazy. And even at this new boss here, like as soon as Bartok spawns, like we basically drive over him. See, this is the hardest boss, T4 boss. Bartok, dead. Literally one shot. So that guy like instantly dies. And you can even farm pit 100 with this. This is the last gameplay I'm going to show you here. There's going to be a bit more gameplay in the end. But you can see here, like this is a pit 100. And again, this is getting 3 to 4 times the damage. So 122 billion, man, right there. And this is basically 500 billion per feather when you have all the buffs up after the amazing buff that they are doing for this. So yeah, this is a pretty crazy build, man, and we are just rocking through this pit 100 here in about 3 minutes. And this has an insane single target as well. When all the feathers are hitting just one target, it goes completely nuts. And yeah, we basically just blast everything down in the game. The immunity phases are gone from those bosses. That's right, they just get a barrier. But with this build, we have so much damage. We're just gonna like go well and beyond and blast through that barrier in pretty much an instant. Like they will have no chance with their barrier. Like the barrier is not gonna like really affect this build. And you see, this is like a pack in 100. Like boom, it's already dead. Like when it just like engages it. So this is the planner right here. It's completely crazy. There is a non-Uber version, and there is a non-Uber, non-Chaos version. I will quickly go through the end game version, and then I'm going to show you some alternatives if you don't have Ubers, and we're going to show you alternatives if you don't have Chaos powers. So the main powerhouse this season for this build is Alacrity, which allows you to basically get the reset of Thunder Spike for your evade. If you read here, your third attack pierces further and reduces your evade cooldown by 5 seconds. This is how we can perma evade. And with Alacrity, it doesn't happen every third attack, but it happens every 2 attacks. So this is a tremendous buff, and you do not need pretty much any cooldown with this. You only need like one good cooldown roll. For example, on the amulet, you see here, we are playing with Fist of Fate on the boots, so we don't have any evade cooldown on boots. We're only playing the amulet, and it already works like this. Or the second option, you just run Sepan Sontek. This basically allows you to get the evade reset on every hit. So both of those options you have. And Alacrity is a blue power, so I'm expecting this is a variable very early on in the season. This is why it's the best Sala class as well. And we're combining Alacrity here with a Beast cornered. If we have less life, we deal more damage. We combine it with Merit Guard and get even more damage and life. And we get Barrier Generation as well as Max Res and Armor. And that Armor is going to come in very handy because we are playing the aspect of unyielding hits, basically giving us damage based on our armor scaling. Then we also have the Accelerating Chaos, giving us even more cooldown reduction for all of our skills. And this is pretty much what the build looks like. Ideally, you have a Shaco, you have a Shroud of False Death. Again, I will talk about when you don't have these. Then you have the Loyalty's Mantle, giving you 72% efficiency on your Eagle Hall. This is what's proccing all the feathers when you evade. And this is also the main DPS source of this entire build. And we can also get Vushnek Pa, which is normally a weapon. We can get this on our pants, for example. And we are getting another 350% potency for that Eagle Hall, resulting in some pretty ridiculous numbers if you multiply these up. It's completely crazy. And we can also rock Fist of Fate on top of all this, giving us 360% more damage chances here. Like on average, it's going to be a 1.6 multiplier. It's completely crazy. Redirected Force with a 1.4, giving us more primary Eagle Hall potency. This is also another ×2 plus Stormfeather potency. Then we rock Conceited, we rock Vehemence, and the Unyielding hits for just crazy damage. We're rocking Buck Om for even more damage. We evade all the time, so we're going to move a lot. And we have the Sam, it also gives us offering based on evade. With Q combined with Merit Guard, it's going to give us 100% barrier every other evades. Like if we just evade a couple times, you know, here, just evade 4 times and boom, you're gonna be flying. 75 times 4, boom, 4 times evaded and Q is active. Instead of Om, in the end game, if you want even more speed, you can also play Jar. This allows you to teleport. That's for a bit lower runs, and you can like skip big parts of the map and achieve speeds at least close to the Sorcerer while your feathers auto aim to everything, killing everything. This is also probably one of the best Paragon farming builds in the game right now, and it's strong from the very beginning. In terms of skill tree, we're just putting stuff in Thunder Spike, completely skip the core section. Thunder Spike is needed to reset our evades. However, we just put as many points so we unlock the next section here. We take all the multipliers, we take Ravager, we take Armored Hide, we take Counterattack, we take Scourge. This is a bit optional. Early on, I think you take Soar. And then we just take more multipliers, and we take the Seeker here. This is the Eagle, and a very good synergy with the Vushnek Pa. And then we take the freshly buffed Vilestock. This one got buffed from 80% to 100% X now. Pretty crazy. We also use the Integrity here to keep resetting our cooldown from the Armored Hide, because we do need to cast a Gorilla skill to activate our highest multiplier, the Unyielding hits here, which gives 30% of your armor in damage. So you want to reach 5,000 armor. In the end game, it's going to be pretty comfortable. In the beginning, there's some tricks that we'll talk about to get this 5,000 armor. But Merit Guard also helps, giving you 20% multiplicative armor, which is pretty crazy. And overall, it's going to be pretty comfortable getting there this season. And you also have a ton of damage. Then the Paragon board looks the same here. It's going to be Spirit in the starter board here, crazy crit multi. Then we are rocking Sapping, which has again been freshly buffed. We are rocking the Jagged Plunge. This is the most important glyph because it gives you Storm Feather potency per point of dexterity and range. So you want to like max this fully. and you're going to get a lot of Storm Feather potency, which is a multiplier to your Feather main Hall Eagle. And it's completely crazy. Then we rock Kenny with Viscous Shield, also freshly buffed. Again, with the Q and Merit Guard, we have 100% barrier at all times, giving us 66x damage. We have Convergence here. With Fulminate, also we're doing lightning damage, so this gives double multiplier to lightning damage. And then last but not least, we are rocking Drive. We're going to move all the time, and Drive also has been buffed to 60% total when you are at 10 stacks here, in combination with Talon, because we just do main Eagle lightning damage. It's pretty cooked, my friends. So with all this combined, this is like a true powerhouse of build. So if you don't have Ubers, don't worry, just play Sepan Sontek. Sepan Sontek is going to allow you to perma-evade with 0 cooldown. You don't need any cooldown at all. Sepan Sontek alone is enough to just perma-evade all the time. And the good thing is now we don't have to have this on our weapon. We can just use this on our helm and we can already perma-evade. Easy peasy, no problem, no Ubers, no nothing needed. And you can early on put the unyielding hits on your amulet now, which also allows us to basically get way less armor, because we get 45% of our armor in weapon damage, and that's going to help us a ton. Then they also added the Sunbird's Gorget here as Chaos Power, and you can use the normal amulet and still get the percent armor here, and then just use the Sunbird Gorget amulet on anywhere you want. And this is extremely powerful because it gives our Evade Feathers, the Jaguar tech, allowing us to get benefits from Furnace and all these other passives for the Jaguar Hall. Then we also get Acceleration, Potent, and Furnace, which are some pretty crazy multipliers for this build. Early on, if you don't have the Legendary Runes, you can just rock Gar Rune, get more crit chance. However, they also did buff the second Eagle Hall to be guaranteed crit every other attack, but I think it's still good to have some crit chance because this is like every second or third attack. And then we still play Sam Q just for the crazy barrier. And then if you don't have any Chaos Armors at all, if you're just starting out, then I would recommend Vushnek Pa, until you find like either the Kepeleke or you find Vushnek Pa as the Chaos Armor, and then you're going to be like completely dominating. Or even the Sunbird Gorget. So these are the 3 ones to look out early on. Sunbird's Gorget Amulet as Chaos Power, Vushnek Pa as Chaos Power, or Rod of Kepeleke as Chaos Power. That's going to be completely crazy. Early on, you can play the Jacken's Shell. It's going to solve all your armor issues because it has like a double armor roll here. It does, however, drain your life. A lot of people don't like this. You can just play like any other armor, like Disobedience or whatever you want here. That also works, but I like Jacken's Shell. It's just a lot of cooldown reduction for you. And in the end, I think it's still the best to play with Shaco. However, if you choose to not go Shaco and go to Sepan Sontek route, you don't need any cooldown for any of that. You can just perma-evade. But all the footage that you've seen, that I've shown you now, is with the Shaco. I'll have a leveling guide coming out here pretty soon. This is just going to dominate everything. I hope you enjoyed, guys, and I will have some more gameplay footage and show you the gear that I played here during these runs at the end of the video here. This is a crazy, crazy farming build, and it's never been this strong with all the buffs that we've seen coming to this, and especially like once they add like the Sunbirds got it. It's going to be so good early on, and we'll even might change around some stuff in the late game. Because right now I'm still playing here with Shroud of False Death. However, if we do the math, like the Sunbird's Gorget might also win instead of the Shroud of False Death. We will see. And then again, you can just play the Kepeleke if you want, for example, if you don't have this one. And it's going to be very easy to switch around. I'm going to have a complete like progress step-by-step leveling guide. I'm probably going to publish that on Sunday. So this is going to be probably the best overall starter class. And then in the end game, guys, the Evade is like on A tier for the Spiritborn, because you can't really do like higher than Pit 110. Pit 110 is already pretty crazy. And in the end, you can transition very easy into any of these S tier builds for the Spiritborn. You have Touch of Death, Payback, Crushing Hands, Quill Volley, or Stinger. I have a video on each of them here on the channel. I hope you enjoy, guys, and let's go Spiritborn Nation. All right, Evade, let's go. Evade goes brrr. One-shot all the packs, one-shot everything. Man, they juiced Evade like crazy, and I'm only like 220 Paragon. And Spiritborn actually benefits like very well from the Paragons. You can one-shot Belial, you can one-shot everything with this. You can one-shot the pits. You can have a lot of fun one-shotting everything. Oh yeah, we should probably turn on damage numbers. Can do one more run with numbers. That's some crazy evade. Yeah, it's gonna be 60 seconds again. And you can go jar and you can go even faster if you want. Boss. Driven over. Okay, so we need crit DMG. Oh wait, that goes Saraga. Okay, perfect. Don't really have any rings for the Thorns builds. Yeah, I don't even know what the last power I should take is. I have this bullshit one. This power is insane, man. That's the main power that even enables the build to be this crazy. You can already see people asking so many questions. Evade, man. Let's go. Yo, I do. I mean, we have Fist of Fate, right? I saw 50 billion hit. Just absolutely speed farm through everything here. The DPS is so high, you barely even see the monster on the screen. Like, you basically don't see him. No, the best tier is always where you don't never need to stop. Like, you just keep going, that's it. And yeah, this tier does that. Never stop, always keep going straight. I mean, that means we can even go higher tier because we absolutely like one-shot everything and we don't need to stop ever. And just blast 60-second runs, that's wild. Look at the boss, dead. Evade, my friends. Yeah, that's crazy. So here we have the setup. Harlequin's Crest cooldown. Shroud of the False Death, just some random masterworks. Obviously, Alstad's the best. We are playing Vushnek Pa. Ideally, you want a triple crit supremacy. So we're only 220 Paragon. You can get so much juice here, more on this gear that I have. Loyalty's Mantle, 1 GA. Like, there's truly nothing special with this gear, right? Like, it's just like some random stuff. Fist of Fate. Okay, this one has a few GAs, but still, like, also bad masterworks. No triple crit on the weapon either, but redirected force. And this just makes it so crazy. You can have the Loyalty's Mantle, Potency. You can have the Fist of Fate, and you can have the Vushnek Pa. Basically going crazy on the potency. If I'm opening here my Spirit Hall, okay, it just has like 7,000%, dude. Like, that's insane. Like, that's a lot of percent, yes? Per feather. And that's what makes it so crazy. Then we're playing Conceded here with armor, so we get all the armor here for the unyielding hits. Seeker charges, and then more Stormfeather potency. I have nothing triple critted even, so this build's getting even like a lot crazier, right? Like a ton crazier. Obviously, double Eagle. And then the most important here, guys, is in Chaos perks. You have Alacrity. And this one will basically allow your evade, because when you evade, you cast Thunder Spike, right? But this one allows, similar to the Sepan Sontag, your third attack to now happen on your second attack. And that basically allows you to perma-evade without boots and without a lot of cooldown. You can see I can just like perma-evade like this. So I only have 2 charges and I still can perma-evade. So that's actually insanely good. So just 2 times Thunder Spike to reset your evade. Right? Like here, when you evade, attack with Thunder Spike along the way, make enemies vulnerable, and reduce the evade cooldown by 5 seconds on the third attack. And now with Alacrity, again, the third attack happens on the second attack. So 2 evades, reset. 2 evades, reset. So that's like 50% faster evading with Alacrity, or 50% easier, 50% less cooldown needed. And that's pretty wild. Then we have Beast Corner Tier combination with Merit Guards. Like, the less life we have, the bigger our DPS goes. And then also we still have like the big barrier, so it doesn't really matter if we have big low life. Accelerating Chaos here also gives us a more cooldown reduction. The fourth one here, you can really pick anything. Like, there's not really anything useful. I've been trying around with... which one was it? I think it was like something like here, but like it didn't really do that much. There was a legendary, this one here. Back off. Like basically being ranged and dealing more damage. However, evade unfortunately is not a skill, so that one doesn't work. Else it would be pretty insane. We already have a planner cooked up for this as well. I'm going to link this below, of course. Right now we're playing Samq, Buck, Sun, but I think the Rune is what I played in this run right now. So I think we're going to stick with Sun also works, but is just consistently 15% X. And then, you know, like you basically don't even press your skill. Like this one is automatically, this one works automatically, and then you have one skill on the skill bar. That's pretty much free. Like you can see, like I can just drop the skill and we can just do another run. It's not really going to change a thing in the end because that skill is not really that useful. That's not really like a useful third skill because the problem is you want to spam Armored Hide. And you're spamming Armored Hide by resetting it with your ultimate. That's also why we play Eagle, because it's like very easy to keep up with all these charges. And you are resetting with Intricacy, so you're constantly resetting your Armored Hide to all the time have your Gorilla skill. But this doesn't work if you press other skills, so you gotta be really careful with that. And then yeah, skill tree here is like pretty straightforward, so just Thunder Spike with the evade stuff. And then we basically get all the multipliers, get some damage reduction, Armored Hide, counter attack. You can use this. For higher tier, this one works. It gives you 50x multiplier. But overall, like we just use the all the multipliers here basically. Have all the multipliers, Seeker, and then here all the multipliers as well. Yeah, put the points in the Seeker, and then we are rocking Vile Strike, so it's pretty straightforward. Paragon, obviously, like with Spiritborn, the more like levels you get, the crazier it gets with the Paragon. Obviously, right now I'm very low Paragon, so we just have Spirit. We have like very bare bones here. Jagged Plum, Spirit here in the sapping board. Then we have Viscous Shield with Kenny. We are rocking Convergence here with Ferminate. And we are rocking Drive with Talon. So that's the Paragon board right now. And obviously, there's like so much more damage. Like, see, there's all these dex nodes here that I can still get like Talon to go with. There's all these int nodes here that I can still get more lightning damage. I can like get a ton more juice here. Overall, so the Spiritborn has like really good Paragon. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.